Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Next Level Real Talk Podcast, where we have conversations on the journey of personal transformation and the pursuit of lasting peace and happiness with Sheldon and David. And welcome back to another episode of Next Level Real Talk Podcast with Sheldon and David. Hey, David. How are you?
How we doing out there? Doing well.
Yeah,
How about yourself?
good, good. Lots going on, a lot of energy going on in the whole world right now. And,
Yes.
we're just going to
And I,
say if you're listening to our podcast and you are enjoying these things, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that kind of
yep.
stuff. I have this banner out here. I forgot to remove it. So we'll
Yeah,
just say,
but
hey,
hey, while we're doing it, we'll bring it up later too. So
yep,
definitely, definitely share because a lot of
yep,
people out there that need this stuff. And I've got a
yep,
lot of friends on Facebook that have asked questions. So it's been
yep.
kind of cool.
That's awesome.
And I want to, before we even start, I want to jump back. I know for us, it's been a couple of weeks. I want to jump back to our last episode, which was Comparison, the Thief of Joy. Um, we talked about comparing, and we said
Mhm.
the homework was if you're a giver, receive. If you're a
Yeah,
receiver,
yeah,
give.
yeah,
And so I want to be the true witness, the true the beta
okay,
data person. Um, I'm a giver. I try to make things work for everybody. I'm hard, and as we talked about, uh, when Kai gave me that comment about, hey, let me enjoy my friendship with you, and let me be able to help,
yeah,
because they, I got it, Kai. They um, know that I don't like to receive. I
yeah,
like to give, give, give.
yep.
And so, in these last couple of weeks, with all these medical issues, um, I've really learned to receive a lot,
That's
and it's
beautiful,
really
dude.
cool because I'm not that kind. And you know
And it's
me,
not
I'm just
easy, right? It's probably been
oh,
a
it's
like
not,
challenge
you
every
know
single time. Okay.
exactly like, hey, can I do this for you? No. Oh, you know
Uh,
what? Well, maybe. Okay, yeah. Could you do this for me?
yeah,
Like a friend wanted to go out get a bite to eat, and I was like, yeah, I'll meet you there. No, I'll come get you. Not gonna meet you there. No, no, Smithers, stop. Let them come get you.
yeah, that's beautiful,
Come
dude.
get you. I don't have to drive.
Yeah,
I'm always in the control. I want to
yeah,
be in control.
yeah,
That's my thing.
yeah.
Um, but I actually sat there and thought about my own podcast, our podcast. So
Yeah.
it affected one person. So there we go. We got our one.
There we go. We got our one.
But I will tell you, people, if you can just journey over to the other side. If you're a receiver, be willing to give. If you're a giver, be willing to receive. Just one thing. Just try.
Yeah.
Say, how much? Try this, because it has helped me so much in phone calls, in doing things, in just like, hey, I can't do this. Okay, I got it for you. I
Yeah.
mean, my student assistants, they're the epitome of it. They won't let me do anything.
Yeah.
They say, you need to sit down. Let us go do that. I'm like,
Beautiful, dude.
oh,
Maybe, hey,
so,
I always think that there's a spiritual reason why everything happens.
hmm
And there's a teaching that says the universe isn't happening to you, it's happening for you.
yeah. hmm
So life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So this
hmm
blood pressure, wildness, whatever you want to call it, that's happening in your body isn't happening to you. It's
hmm
happening for you, right?
For me.
You
hmm
know, for
Yeah.
you in
And
some way. And you may not know what that is right now. And maybe
no,
it's this.
maybe it is.
Maybe it's
And
this.
I won't know until down the road. I'll
Yeah.
look back and like, "Oh,
Oh,
that's what was
right.
happening. Oh,
But
that's what I was
maybe,
supposed to learn. Oh, that
yeah,
was happening." Yeah.
maybe this
So
whole process of you opening up
mhm,
and saying, you know what, I can be supported. I'm going to allow myself to be supported. I'm going to allow myself to receive was the whole point of you
yes.
being forced into a place where you had to accept it because you know how I talk about taps you on the shoulder and now it's
Yep.
beating you on the side of the head. Like you get a little bam slap on the side of the face and say, shit the fuck down and you can't, we're gonna make it so you
Yep.
have to
Have
receive
to yeah.
so that
So,
you
yeah,
can learn
I don't know
how
what's
to.
going on. And so
Yeah.
inside me, and I was just talking to Sheldon about this before we even got on because we were just catching up on things. Um, so I'm in my I think I'm my 4th week, September 15th when the first episode happened. Um and it's October 11th. Yeah, so I'm in my 4th week. I gave dates away, sorry, but um, so in my 4th week, which is a lifetime to me,
Yeah.
in
It's a
the
long
healing
time to
world,
be.
going through this, but the doctors are like, "This is like a day to
We're
them."
just
I'm like,
starting.
yeah, no, this is a problem." But but in the first 2 weeks, I would have been freaking out. Like, what is this feeling? What is this going on? I was
Yeah.
really more anxiety, more freaking out, which made it worse.
Yep.
Um, but in these last 2 weeks, I've learned to just to stop and go, okay, what is going on? Feel the body, listen
Yeah.
to my body,
Yeah.
and go. And I've actually told people, I said, hey guys, I need to, I know we're here hanging out. I'm gonna go home because I'm just getting tired right
Yeah.
now. And my body needs to go rest."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay," and they accepted it. And I'm thinking, in my old world, I'd be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm leaving this birthday party, and people are
Yeah. I
thinking
have
I'm
to.
a loser. I'm gonna go home
Yeah.
and do my own stuff."
Yeah.
But they were like, "Hey, yeah, go, go, go." I
Yeah.
was like, "Wow, I can go do this without feeling
Yeah.
guilty about leaving the birthday party early."
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm now feeling my body, feeling what's going on, and when something comes up, I just kind of sit there and go, "What is this? Is
Yeah.
this anxiety? Is it the heart rate? Is it the blood pressure?" And so I evaluate what's going on and take it in and feel what's going on,
Mhm.
um, and then work through it rather than work against it.
Mhm.
And so that's the biggest thing. And so yeah, so it's getting better. I'm still not where I want to be ever. I don't think I ever will be back to where I ever want to be. Um, but one lesson I've learned is about being able to receive and being able to just
Beautiful, dude.
okay. And
It's
I
huge.
think that kind of leads us into what we want to talk about today
Well,
about, in a roundabout way.
yes, yeah, for sure. And one other thing that's kind of came
Mhm.
up with what you're sharing there, which is beautiful, dude. Um, Being able to receive, but also letting go of control,
Mm, mm,
right? Because you were saying
mhm.
I like to control things. And,
Yep.
and it's not that we don't want to do things and we don't do things in our lives, right? But
Mhm,
it's almost like that surrendering to a higher
mhm.
power and just
Yep.
saying, "Okay, God, you've got this. I know, I trust you. You've
Mhm.
got this, and I'm going to
Yeah.
allow this thing to flow through me," which you've been doing. I'm going to allow the support to happen. I'm going to allow
Mhm.
people to drive me when I don't. I'm going to allow these things to shift in how I am normally. I'm going to allow that change to happen, right? And I'm going to
Mhm.
also have innocent wonder, right? That's
Yes.
curiosity. It's
Mhm.
innocent curiosity. Before you were freaking out, right? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Now you're just like, wow, what's going on? Okay, where is that? Is it my heart? Is my no? It's not. There's this ability to sort of witness, to step back a little bit and witness this, from
Mhm.
that place, and to also allow everything to happen is a form of surrendering, right?
Yeah.
But the letting go of controlling everything
Yeah.
is huge, right? It's a
Mhm.
huge thing. It's hard for all of us, right? As humans,
Yeah.
you're right. But I do think that might be another aspect of that. It's not that you haven't done a ton of that over your whole life. Learning to trust, learning to surrender. But maybe this is another level of that, right? Of
Totally.
just saying, "Whew, okay,
And
I'm going to step
and
back."
at my age, our age,
Yep.
um, I mean, I'm not old, but
Right.
being 61, I'm coming to that stage where I might be needing people to take care of me.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be different for me,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not in bad health. The ER
Yep.
doctors, 2, both of them, and then all my doctors like, "You're in great health. Your
Yep.
heart's great. We gotta figure." Then they're gonna find out what's we're gonna find out what's wrong, people. I guarantee you that. It's not just throwing meds at me, don't worry. We're gonna
So,
find the bottom source. Um,
so go ahead.
but the biggest thing for me is just, is knowing that as I go through the process, I am learning and I'm
Yep.
feeling things and going like, okay, this is new. It's scary. I'm not gonna lie, people. I've cried.
Yep.
Talked to my doctor about it, and he's cried with me because
Yep.
it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
I have not had bad health ever in my life.
Yep.
I mean, that's there's nothing there, and so this is new. It's probably minimal, which it
Yep.
seems like because nobody's freaked out about it but
Yep.
me. so,
Yep.
but but I would tell you, it's given me a new sense of yes, I want to get some stuff done, but no, I'll do that later. I can't do it all right now. So
And
it's just listening and paying attention to self.
and maybe you can have that perspective now, even now, and even though you're still in the middle of it. You know how a lot of times you get the better
Yeah.
perspective after you've gone through something,
Yes.
right? You look back, oh, it's beautiful. But even now, I think you have a sense of gratitude for how many friends you have and your
Yes.
support system and
Mhm.
your wolf pack and how much people
Oh
care
God.
about you. And you're just opening your heart and allowing yourself to be supported by people that love you and care about you and want to
Yeah.
be the friend for you, and want to be the other
Mhm.
side, right? Which
Yeah.
is beautiful. Um,
I mean,
um,
I will, on that note, and people, we're going to get into a subject here in a minute. Sorry, we're not just talking about me the whole way, but it's live. It's just good stories.
this is beautiful,
Um,
right?
and I will tell you, people, I do know that I have a huge wolf pack, a huge village that I have friends, family, and everything. I've known that for life, and by the grace of God, I've been a lot. I That's a person I am, and so, but sometimes we don't really realize it.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
the When it all went down, I will tell you, the Xavier family in itself. I mean, the Northhigh family. Oh my gosh! I mean, it was
Mhm.
just like it was all over me. And then Xavier is just I just coach there. I don't teach there. I've been at North High School for 35 years. Xavier, I've been there for 5.
Yeah.
I'm in my 5th year.
Yep.
Um, and I'm not there full time. I'm there for swim season. Then November's gone. Peace.
Yep.
So when
So
that
part
all
of you thinks
happened,
that they wouldn't have that big of a connection.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, this goes out on a Monday was the issue. Thursday was a big luncheon, and I couldn't go pick up the food. I couldn't go bring it to the girls for their team lunch, and I couldn't go to the meet. And so I had to send an all. I may have said this in the last one, but I had to send an all call to the parents on an email and said, "Hey, can somebody just go do this? I'm
Yeah.
going to the ER."
Yeah.
Shut my computer and walked away. Well, drove away in an
Yeah.
ambulance. So I went away. The and I got a text from a parent, and the parent says it's all covered. You've had so many volunteers. Don't worry about it. And I was like, God, whatever. I got home that night and I looked at my emails. There were 23 emails, boom, from all those parents. And some of those parents, God, just love it.
It's beautiful. It's
They were
beautiful.
saying, if you need us to come sit with you in the hospital, we will. Just let us know. We don't want you to be alone. We'll bring you meals. And I've been home. Hey, you need a meal? We'll bring you a meal. I'm like, what the hell is this? And
It's beautiful,
that was
man.
a freshman diver's parent.
So you're not
I
even
don't
directly
coach
coaching.
dive people, but that's the in the world there are those people that will give. Okay, and I needed to be given to. I needed to
and
receive.
and we need to
So,
hear that story because so much of what you hear in the media is about division and
mhm,
separation and pointing fingers and not about love, compassion, care,
yeah,
community,
mhm,
support, friendship, all of that stuff, right? And so that's part of what this podcast is about, right?
yeah,
It was
and I was
also emphasizing and showing that, right?
yeah. And real quick, yeah, Thursday we had another team lunch. I got to bring the food. Woo, that's a big step. So I did, I didn't have a problem. Brought the food, and I'm walking around campus because I just kind of hang out because then we go to the meet. And I was walking, and some people that I know, but I don't see them all the time, um, stopped me and said, "Hey, how you doing? We heard about your medical situation." I'm like, how did they hear about my medical situation?
Yeah, it's
I go,
beautiful.
how'd you hear about that? I'm just interested. Hey, how'd you hear about
Yeah.
that? Oh, in our staff meeting, they asked us to pray for you. I go, what?
Wow.
I go, what? They go, yeah, in a prayer meeting, we didn't know what it was. They just said that you're having some medical issues. Can we pray for them real quick? I'm
Wow,
like,
dude.
whoa.
That's
I'm,
beautiful.
whew,
That's
I get
beautiful,
teary eyed
dude.
thinking about it. Whew.
Take that in. Take that
I
in.
tell you.
Yeah,
So I
it's
love it.
beautiful.
So people just know that there's people out there for you. There is love. I
Yep.
know this world, as Sheldon just said, is divisive right now, but just know, reach out. And my friend Rod, God bless you, Rod Houston. Um, he said we were having dinner one night, and he goes, "Hey, just call me. 8 minutes." He goes, "I've talked about it for years." He goes, "About 8 minutes. Just if you need to, just call me or text me. Say I need 8 minutes right now. If you're having an issue and you just need to talk to someone to calm you down, just say 8 minutes. I'll call you and talk to you for 8 minutes." That's his little
No,
thing about 8 minutes.
yeah,
And,
that's
and then
beautiful.
last night, yeah,
So
and
you don't
last
feel
night,
guilty
Matt.
that, "Oh, I'm taking up all this guy's time and he's got a
Mhm,
family and blah, blah, blah." No, you're just I'll give you 8 minutes and
yeah,
and
mhm,
it's like a way to put a limit on. That's beautiful. That's
yeah.
huge.
And
That's
then
cool.
last night, Matt Williams, he and I said, "Hey, dude, because I'm allowed to have a beer now. I haven't had beer in 6 weeks, guys. And I love my beer, but
Yeah.
and that's one thing that might happen. I may drink less.
Yeah.
And not, I don't drink every night. So people know that my cardiologist is like, "You can't drink every night." I go, "I drink just when I go out to eat. I don't drink all that."
Yeah.
Um, and so I said, "Matt, I'm allowed to have." My cardiologist, sorry, people. I asked questions on Wednesday. Then I said, "Okay, I got one more question." I go, it's kind of hard to ask, but I was in the store and I saw a guy putting pumpkin porter in the cooler for the beers. And she actually said, "Love Dr. Stephanie, bless you, girl." She's like, "Yeah, we are fun suckers. That's what we do here. But you can have 1 or 2 beers." And she goes, "Yeah, pumpkin porter. I know that's a good beer. Special occasion." And I go, "I just want one. I just want to taste it, and that's
Yeah.
it." She's like, "Oh yeah, if you have one, maybe two max
Just
pints,
feel
and
like you're
that's it."
enjoying the season and you're
Yeah,
not totally robbed of the spirit of the season. You're
yeah.
like, "I
And
just
she's like,
wanna have a
Don't
little
drink a
taste."
lot."
Yeah.
And so, mind you, I'm scared to death to go have a beer.
Yeah.
I'm scared to death. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go somewhere, haven't drank in a while, go
Yeah.
have a beer on meds. What's gonna happen? So I was like, "Matt, hey, you wanna go get dinner? Get ice." I'm allowed to have a beer. I just wanna try a beer, just see how it goes, but I can't drive. I can't do this. He goes, "I'm on my way." So we discussed it. So we said Friday night. He came, picked me up, went and had dinner. And I said, "Okay." Of course, the girls at the bar, it's the bar I usually go to. we're getting the big size beer. And like, no, no, no. I go, Ashley, she's the bartender. No, no. I go, you need to get the small one. She's like, huh? So I explained to her what's going on. So I had my little pumpkin porter, and then I had a hazy IPA. And I will tell you, they both didn't taste the same as what I'm
In-
used to them tasting.
Interesting.
It was a. I was like, I didn't even ask. I go, is this Kill Lifter? Is this?
Yeah,
Because oh
yeah,
no, it's pumpkin porter. You asked for pumpkin porter. I'm like, okay, it tastes different. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's another thing coming out of it. Who knows what's going
Interesting.
to happen? So,
Interesting.
but yeah. So shout out to those two because they've been there for me, and I mean, all my friends have been there. I mean,
Hmm.
so appreciate
It's
them all.
beautiful. It's
So,
beautiful.
yep. So
There's one more thing that popped in before we go. So we're gonna have a whole show on this.
I love it.
So, you were also mentioning about slowing down or something like that, right?
Hmm.
You said we weren't that old, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. That guy, he's written a bunch of
Mhm.
books, but he, by the way, was a Course in Miracles student as well. So, plug to the
Mm.
Course in Miracles. So,
Uh-huh.
he had a talk one time where he was talking about, the yin yang symbol, which I'm really big into, right? I used to study that
Hmm.
thing, right? The, dark and the light, the whole, half circles, right? And there's
Yeah.
the doing and being,
Mm.
action and non-action. And we in our society value action, right? Which is the male energy. I'm doing, I'm making, taking charge, I'm making things happen. And then
Hmm.
there's the yin, which is the feminine energy of being, of presence, of allowing, of receptivity.
Uh-huh.
So what you'll notice is you're normally in the yang energy of
Mhm.
taking control, taking charge, making things happen, doing. Giving is yang, right? And being, receiving is that yin side, right?
Hmm.
And one of the things he talked about was, he goes, as you get older, it's almost like one of the gifts of age is it forces you to slow down.
Oh wow.
He goes, sometimes people get sick to learn how to receive. He goes,
Mm.
sometimes old age forces you. I can't drive anymore. I can't do to slow down, to learn how to be. So, and again, one of the things that
Wow.
the meditation and everything talks about is that, we want to learn how to be now so we can still
Hmm.
do, but we also know how to be and we can
Yes.
balance the two because everything
Hmm.
is about balance, right? So about learning how to be both, right? There's time for activity and doing,
Yep.
and there's time for receptivity and being. And, and maybe again, that might be another one of the lessons of why this might be happening is learning
Hmm.
how to receive, which is an aspect of being, right? As that of that
Yep.
yin energy of learning how to receive, but also learning how to slow down, learning how to surrender a little bit more, learning how to be and just being grateful for that moment, right? So
Yeah.
um, all of these
Totally.
things can be tied into this, seemingly, oh, it's just physical. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One
Okay, too.
more.
We want to address that too. Yes,
Yes.
we absolutely want to deal with the
Yep.
physical, but it doesn't
Hmm.
mean it's not
Other
interrelated
stuff.
with
Yes.
the
Oh, totally.
spiritual, mental,
Yep.
emotional. All of that is a
Mm.
whole, thing. So anyway,
Exactly. So cool. Yeah. I mean, this is half our episode. So now,
we'll get to what we
but
actually thought we were going to talk about.
yeah. And Sheldon shared this video. And I'll tell you, people understand that we do not plan anything way ahead in advance.
Yeah,
We talked the day, maybe the day before or the day of,
yeah.
um, and
The
so
morning of, like we did on
I'm
this one.
I'm gonna prep this. I'm gonna prep this whole episode, and those listening probably know, like, oh god, these guys are getting stupid again, and you're laughing because you know who we are. But I sent Sheldon two one was a Bible verse and from what we're talking about in church right now, and then one was from a old Cherokee, granddad who was talking to his grandson about something, and said, "Hey, these are great little things, And I sent it to Sheldon. And then Sheldon this morning said, "Hey, did you see my video I sent on Instagram that I messaged you?" I go, "Please, people, you can watch." I go, "You can message on Instagram." So I'm like, "Oh shoot, I should have looked at it." So I looked at it, and we're going to talk about that today because that video is kind of what is what's in you, is what
Yeah.
where you at, where you're
Don't
at,
don't
and it kind of.
don't
So yeah,
don't
go
spill
ahead.
the beans.
Nope, I'm not.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say, just know that, just know that as we talked, I sent him this picture yesterday. These little sayings yesterday. He sent me that a while back. I hadn't
Yeah,
looked at it until this morning, and
yeah.
they both
All right, right
connect.
on.
So we know that this is exactly what we need to be talking about
Yeah.
because it's real. And
Yeah.
listen to this and know that within you, we've talked about before,
Yeah.
but now it becomes a reality because this video, which
Yeah.
he will tag into he'll tag into it. So go to the bottom and click on that tag and listen to it because the way she explains it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a Instagram feed. I don't even know, it's a group and I think it's called Divine Frequency. I'm not even sure, but
Uh-huh.
they will say these kind of wise sayings, these little teachings, and they're all different people. So I honestly don't know anything about the group, but I've liked a bunch of their stuff, so it's in my feed all the time. So in this
Mhm.
particular one, it's a young woman who's sharing this teaching, and she says it's the Buddhist teaching. Again, I have no idea if it really is. I don't even care. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And she
Um,
says that her teacher had told her,
yeah,
Buddha said, yeah. So she's
yeah.
going from some class, which is cool because I think she's college age now.
So the story is there's this junior monk student or whatever, and he's walking down the street with a cup of coffee or person, whatever. He's walking out. You're
Yeah.
walking down the street with a cup of coffee, and you get bumped into by somebody, and you spill your coffee all over. And
Mhm.
and so the teacher, the wise person, asks the student,
Mhm.
um, "What did you spill?"
Why did you
Right?
spill?
Why
Why did you
did you
spill your
spill?
coffee?
Why did you
Why
spill
do you
your coffee?
coffee?
I always forget the
Yeah.
what why. It's why.
Mhm.
Why did you spill coffee? And then the person says, "Well, because the person hit me." Right? They hit me. That's why I spilled my coffee.
Mhm.
And then the teacher, the wise teacher says, "No, you spilled coffee because that's what's in your cup. If you had tea in your cup, you would have spilled tea. If you had water in your cup, you'd
Mhm.
have water. You spilled Why you spilled coffee was because that's what was in your cup." And then
Mhm.
expands on that
Good.
idea is when things happen to you, when life shuffles you,
The tension, the stress,
disturbs
the
you,
disturbs you. That's the word. Yep.
knocks into you, just like that
Mhm.
person knocked into you. What
Uh-huh.
comes out is what's inside you.
It's inside. Mhm. What's
So
in the
if
cup? So you spill the coffee because coffee's
in
in
it,
the cup.
yeah.
You
So if
spill
you're
what's inside you because what's inside
Yeah.
you. That's
So
what
if
comes
you're
out.
filled with anger, if you're filled with judgment, if you're filled with guilt and shame, if you're filled with whatever you're filled with, will come out and erupt out
Mhm.
when life nudges you, right?
Yeah.
And if you have love and compassion in your heart, then when life nudges you, that's what's going to come out. So pay attention to what's coming out as a signal of what's going in,
Mhm.
what's inside you, right?
And and we're gonna have some both
Yeah,
sides. We're gonna have the yin and yang. We're
100%.
gonna have that anger in our sides in life. If you don't, you're lying because we all
Yeah,
have that. But which
exactly.
one is more? Which
Yeah,
one is more
yeah,
in there? And you mind if I read this?
of
The
course.
Cherokee man.
So
This is
this is
really
right
cool.
in line with that because this is what you sent me a couple
Totally.
days after I sent this, but you hadn't even seen
Yes,
mine.
I didn't
So
see
we
yours
were
till
we
this
were
morning.
totally in line with this.
So people, it's God's working, man. The
Yeah.
the spirits are working. So here's the just straight off my phone. It's this is for author unknown. It says an old Cherokee told his grandson, "quote My son, there is a battle between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, jealousy, greed, resentment, inferiority, lies, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, empathy, and truth." The boy thought about it and asked, "Grandfather, which wolf wins?" The old man quietly replied, "The one you feed."
Yeah.
So, right there, if we're feeding more anger and we're more concerned about that, more focused on that, that's what we're going to do. But if we feed the joy, the happiness, and I could, I'm looking at myself right now. Wow. Um, I could be angry, upset, mad because I'm going through this and I can't do what I normally do. And I'm worried and I'm scared. People, I'm so scared. I'm frightless, but I know God's in control, so I'm okay. But I can still have a little bit of fear.
Yep.
Um,
It's a human thing, right?
but
It's part
yeah,
of it.
but inside, I know everything's okay. I know it's gonna be fine. The world's gonna have what it is. So I could either be angry or it could be, be that the evil, or it could be the good. And I plan to be the good and find out what's going on and kind of, hey,
Yeah.
it's
And be
okay to
grateful
not be
for
okay.
grateful for your loving community, your wolf pack, grateful for the
Hmm.
fact that you have so many friends that are willing to step up, allowing yourself the capacity to be loved and supported in these
Yep.
times, allowing your
Great,
students to
great
do stuff
doctors.
things for you,
I've
you
been
know,
guided to great doctors from those
yeah.
friends.
Grateful for these
You know.
beautiful doctors that are really trying to find the core root issue and not
Hmm.
just drugging you up and sending you
Yeah.
on your way. So
Mhm.
there's a lot that even in the midst of this, you could find space to be grateful for, right?
Yeah.
And that's not easy
So
to do.
no, no, it's not. No, it's not. But in that whole thing, so like when you if you watch that video down here below, just listen to her and over. And it's cool because like, no, yes, you got bumped, and that bump spilt what was in the
Side,
cup.
which is
Right? You
already in
spilled
there. Yeah.
Yeah, you spilled coffee because there was coffee in it. So
Yeah.
what's inside you? So work on that of you as an individual, and it takes time. Who are you inside?
Mm-hmm.
And there may be times where yes, that anger comes out, and you're like, "Wow, I need to work on that." Okay, where am I at now? And other parts of life, and maybe like I'm at that good point of life, and joy is inside of me. Um, so that's the hard thing is to get to that level of what you want to be. So
Yeah, and so this is kind of we actually probably spent more time talking about the other stuff that what we intended to talk about was this, and it's really short and sweet, right? But I think
yeah,
that if you've listened to our podcast and you listen to our other episodes, um, my core philosophy and belief is that love heals all things, love casts out all fear, right? So
mhm,
it's unconditional love, right? That is the most healing thing, the ability to look at are all of the things that we have that come up from that frame point of loving compassion for ourselves. We live in the human in our bodies, even though we have this divine aspect of us, the divine spark, which is in us.
mhm,
Image of the Father, the image of the Christ, all that stuff. It's in you, right? But we are in these human bodies, and they are this dimension of reality is dualistic by nature. That's what I loved about the yin thing. So there's nothing,
totally.
even down to quantum physics. You got quarks that spin one way and quarks that spin away. This universe is dualistic, meaning it has both the yin and
Mhm,
the yang. So when you look at yourself and you look inside and you say, wow, I have a lot of anger in me, or I have this, or da da da, I get it. I have hatred, or I have jealousy, or I have these things. That's part of being a human, and that's
mhm.
okay. And when
Don't
you
don't get
judge
mad at
yourself,
yourself and
yeah,
judge yourself.
yeah, when you
So,
judge
yeah,
yourself,
right. Mhm,
that's the little rabbit hole that traps you in it. If you
mhm,
can look at that with loving compassion for yourself,
yeah,
then
and that
you've go ahead.
oh, and that goes back to the last episode comparing. I was like, "God, I got so much anger, but Sheldon doesn't have any of that anger in him."
Or,
Yeah, he does, but
yeah,
not at that level. But don't think
yeah,
he sorry, Sheldon.
yeah. No,
But
yep,
it is there. Don't
yep,
compare yourself, first off, and
yep,
2, don't judge yourself. Those are the
yep,
2 worst things you
yep,
can do at that point.
yep,
Just say, "Hey, I have some anger. I need to work on that. How do I work on this anger?"
yep,
Either you work on it yourself or go find someone that can help you
yep,
work through that.
yep.
And, it's not and the thing Sheldon said earlier, always remember it's it's not what's happening to you, it's happening for you. So work through that saying, "Hey, I'm here to learn something."
And
I always go, "What am I here to learn? Why am I in this situation?"
And I
You
don't know
know?
if you heard our previous episode, the last interview with Corey Russell, she talked about
Mm,
that. She brought that up, and she said that fundamentally, because it's one thing to say, oh yeah, okay, this is happening to me, okay, or for me, whatever, blah blah blah, and you spin out, you can still be spun out, which is fine. We're
yeah.
all human, right? But
Mhm.
she fundamentally was able to shift herself
Yeah.
to where everything that was coming up in her awareness and her consciousness, she knew was happening for her benefit.
For her. Yeah.
You know,
Which and if you go back and listen to that episode, there's a lot of crap going on, but she was to get to that point to say, "It's happening for me." It's like, how can you
that's
that have been through
yeah,
that
it's
say
beautiful.
that?
It was
It's like,
beautiful, right?
wow.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly. You're like,
it's like
okay, she's cool. This
totally,
woman's cool.
totally.
So
Yeah,
anyway, yeah, go listen to that episode.
yeah.
Um,
So, listen to the I mean, with this one, listen to the last 2 episodes and this one because
yep,
they all kind of
yep,
really work well together,
yep,
and I'm gonna give you homework before we may still be
yep.
talking,
I
but
think
I'm
we're
gonna give
kind
you
of right.
homework. Yeah, your homework is like, what is spilling out of you?
Yeah,
Just pay attention.
pay
When
attention.
something comes up, what's spilling out of me?
Yeah,
Just pay more attention, like me paying attention to my body now,
yeah.
which we all pay attention to our bodies because we're
Here,
walking. Okay, oh that hurt, that hurt.
here.
Now I'm really paying attention. Like, okay, this is going on, so I'm paying attention. It tells me to go rest. So,
Uh,
guys, I need to go rest and sit down. I can't yell at this swim meet. I need
uh,
to go sit over here and sit down.
yeah.
So, yeah, so pay attention to what you're doing and know
And
where you're coming out.
how about this too, as a corollary to that homework?
Uh huh.
Pay attention to what comes up when you drive.
Oh, when you drive.
Because so many people, you
Oh.
know, I used to make a joke about this years ago. It's like, oh, you went to some meditation retreat and you're all zenned out and pieced out, or you went to some beautiful concert that was supposed to be about love and compassion, and then you're stuck in the parking lot and you're honking your horn and flipping people off as you're driving off.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You go down the freeway, you're like, ah, you motherfucker, you cut me off. You know what I mean? You're tailing the other person because you want to let somebody cut in and all that stuff. And you're like, oh, where'd all that teaching go? It just went right out the window in a second. Um,
Yep.
you know,
And I will tell you right now, that's one thing that has changed in me. I wasn't the aggressive driver, but I was more like, God dang it, why aren't you going? There's room in front of you.
yeah,
Now I used to be in, okay, got HOV, then that inside lane. I was
yeah,
in that inside lane.
yeah.
I'm in probably the middle,
Yeah. You're like,
and I'm
people, this
just
is a fast lane. You should be driving or whatever, right? There's
and
your
I'm in
mind
the
can
middle
do all
lane.
kinds. Yeah.
I'm in the
Just
middle lane
chilling.
going. I'm going like whatever I'm going. Like I'm
I'm
okay.
good.
I'm like, whoa. If
You
I could
got
have
room.
this the rest of my life, that would be awesome. I could calm
There
down
you
in
go.
traffic. So
That's
I mean,
beautiful, dude.
I'll be
And
the
that's
first
not
to
a
admit.
conscious force
So
thing. It's just something that happened as a result of the shift that happens within, right?
yep.
It's
Hmm.
the natural expression of this inner calmness, this inner peace, is a
Hmm.
kind of grace that can happen, and so that's beautiful. So anyway, the homework, pay
I like
attention,
that. I like
pay
that. Pay attention to
attention
what's spilling out
yeah.
and what's
When you're
happening when you're
driving.
driving.
Pay attention to
I
what's
like
spilling out while
that
you're driving, because
because that'll be the
that's
true
one of
test.
these weird places that it comes out for
Hmm.
people that can, they just don't pay attention to it. Like, oh, it's just traffic. It's okay to have all that stuff come out in that
Yeah.
moment, which is fine. But at the same time, it's just like, hey, pay attention to that. That can be a real opportunity to see where you're
Hmm.
at or to sort of touch base with yourself. So there we
Totally.
go.
Yep. There it is. Good luck this week.
Have fun with that one.
That's the homework. Like, do I really got to do that part of the homework? Yep. You got to do both parts. Sorry.
Pay attention to what finger keeps popping up while you're driving.
Yeah. Like peace or
Yeah,
not peace.
exactly. Is it peace, peace, brother, or is it? There you go.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
Well, people, so hey, go out and have a great week. Just know that one, at the beginning we talked about there's love around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure you surround yourself with that love and know that people are out there for you and they love you. Um, and know that, whatever's spilling out of you, okay, work on that, pay attention
Pay
to it, pay
attention to it.
attention to you,
Yep.
and then good luck driving.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
And
leave
then
it at
see what's coming up. See what's in your cup.
that. Yep. See what's in your cup when you're driving. If you're
Yeah.
spilling it or
Yeah.
you're still sipping.
Yeah.
So you guys have a great week out there. Keep that smile on and love y'all.
Love you guys.